All right, welcome to DCS World. It's been a while, folks. Top Gun Maverick got me hyped for some flight sim action. I am sitting here in my sim pit, which can be described as way more than I need. The details of it are in the description below. If you want to get into this game, which I don't know why you would, you're a psychopath if you do. You can jump in by checking out the gear that I have linked in the description below and the playlist on screen, which describes how I learned how to play this game almost 2 years ago now. And it's been a long time since we've been in DCS. I'm really excited to be playing it today. We are on the Hoggett server called Georgia at War. This is a player versus environment persistent campaign where the players try to capture bases, destroy aircraft and facilities, and ultimately capture the map. And we're flying an F-18 Hornet. We are using a livery or a skin that is the same as the one that Maverick or Pete Mitchell used in Top Gun. And this game is a study sim. It is a full-on simulation. You guys are able to see kind of exactly how detailed it is by just looking around the cockpit. Every single one of these switches, every single one of these buttons, every single one of these systems is actually simulated in real time. And I had to study this aircraft to be able to fly it in the rudimentary way that I know how to fly it, which is still nothing compared to what a lot of folks do out here. What you hear right now is that's a RWR, their radar warning receiver. It's loud. The knob for it's right over here. I'll turn it down.
C11 Tower, Crips.
And the people that you hear talking right now are other players in the game using a system called SRS, which is a plugin that allows you to communicate over the radios.
4, clear to land.
And if you want to communicate on the radios, you actually have to plug in the radio frequency. So here I have 253, which is common. And then over here, I have my second radio, which is on 249.5, which is air traffic control. Right now, we are sitting on the ground over here at Anapa. And the plan is to fly east. We're flying a combat air patrol as a single ship by myself because none of my friends are psychotic enough to play this game. And we're going to go over here to Kermisk. And I'm going to set up a little cap, and I'm just going to fly basically a racetrack formation at about 20,000 feet around Kermisk, looking for enemy bandits that I am able to interdict. If you look closely on the ground, there's little targets marked here. These are SAM sites, facilities, other things that need to get knocked out. We got players working to do all of that, and the goal is to capture everything along this route.
Napa Tower, Ocelot 11 Hornet, 8 miles southeast. The airfield inbound for landing. Ocelot 11 in Napa Tower, runway 4, clear to land. Runway 4, clear to land. Ocelot 11.
Anapa Tower pairs 11 F-18 on the ground at Anapa. Request taxi to hold short runway 22 for southwest departure.
Pairs Anapa ground, runway 22, taxi via Echo 1, Echo.
Pairs. So that sounded very official. Guys, I promise I have no idea what I'm doing. But we are going to go ahead and taxi. I'm using my Thrustmaster pedals to steer this bad boy while we're on the ground. I have nose wheel steering engaged, which allows me to do that. I control the nose wheel steering in a button that's on my HOTAS. I use the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog with the F-18 flight stick. So I'm in the F-18 flying just like Maverick using the same flight stick as is in the actual F-18. Game looks gorgeous. Wait till you see the clouds, man. And while I've played DCS quite a bit, it's been a long time. And so, you know, you guys are watching me play now. I've actually invested probably like 6 hours or so just relearning how to do it.
Park at the north apron via Delta. Traffic cleared, active. Speed 1, roger.
When you hear that radar warning receiver start spiking like that, that just means someone's scanning me. They're locking me up. That's probably a friendly. It's shown as a MiG-29. If that is in fact an enemy rather than a coalition MiG-29, he'll get tore up by the ground defenses here and all the friendlies between me and him. All right, I'm on the toe brakes right now. To my front here is runway 22. You can see there is some other air traffic in the area. You got a Hornet here coming into land. I just assume everyone here is better than me. Guys, I don't think there's going to be a landing in this episode for me, so enjoy this one. Napa Tower, pairs 1-1 Hornet, holding short runway 22, ready to take the main for a southwest departure.
Pairs 1-1, correction, pairs Napa Tower, hold short runway 22, traffic's a Hornet landing opposite direction.
Contact. So I'm just asking, so that's actually like a player who's right now sitting in the tower, jumping in spectator cams, working the radio, who is enjoying this simulation by just controlling air traffic, making sure we don't crash into each other, which is helpful because that does happen in DCS. And you could fly this whole thing without using the comms.
Yeah, pairs Napa Tower, are you able to see that on the runway? It looks like we may have lost that landing Hornet.
Yeah, it, no eyes on the actual aircraft. It looks like they're clear of the active.
Pairs Roger, runway 22, clear for takeoff, use caution for possible crash.
Pairs. I love it. So we did get permission to take the active. I don't know if that guy crashed. If he did, I imagine we're going to see him here pretty soon. We'll be going a lot faster than we are right now. So we're going to just line up down the main here. Do one last check of our stuff. Flaps look good. Yeah, flaps are at half. Systems are good to go. Going to go ahead and throttle to full. Burners kick in, still on the brakes. Disengage nose wheel steering.
Marshall 201. Marking
And we're
Mach
off.
057.
Now just using the pedals
7.5.
to keep us on the runway as best I can without freaking crashing. I've got 12 degrees of trim input to the aircraft, so he's just going to take off on his own now that we are up. Gear up, flaps up. I can do that all on my HOTAS. Napa Tower, pairs 1-1, clear runway 22.
Pairs 1-1, Napa Tower, Roger, see you.
Now that we're up, I'm going to go ahead and turn towards waypoint 2, which is right over that city center that we described earlier. Take up my pattern, scanning for hostiles, looking for an opportunity to engage while trying not to get shot down by enemy air defenses, which are prevalent in the area, certainly off to the east of that location. So I'm going to keep in mind my location. It's really easy to get caught up in all the systems, and I end up getting like stuck looking down here in the cockpit, and I lose situational awareness. It gives me just an enormous appreciation for what pilots do, especially pilots that are multitasking and flying these big old jets. But also what I'm going to do here is select my left, center, and right. Those are external fuel tanks, so whenever we do get into a fight, I can punch off those fuel tanks real quick and be good to fight. I'm also going to make sure that we are armed in air-to-air mode. Yeah, we are indeed armed. And then I'm going to take my radar here and I'm going to scan it out to 6 bars, which means nothing to you guys, and that's okay. At 140 degrees, we're going to expand this out to 80 nautical miles. So basically what that's doing is opening up the cone on the antenna on the front of my aircraft. So now it's looking out into the distance at all this stuff. If you see circles, and DCS nerds, let me know if I'm wrong, circles are friendly, I think. And this is a combination of information. It's what my radar is seeing. It's also what my data link is picking up. So the data link is actually connections between friendly aircraft that will tell me what's friend, what's foe, and other various information. I'm going to turn down ATC just because it's loud. But I do like kind of having it because it just adds to the immersion. You know, it's interesting. It gives me good situational awareness. I've got my AMRAAM selected right now. The AMRAAM is my most capable missile. I'm going to put the situational awareness page over here, and I'm going to keep my radar over here. Scope is clear that you do see a bandit way over here in the distance. Let's go ahead and interrogate this guy, see what's going on with him. Yeah, there's a lot going on up there. So this guy's going 0.8 Mach at 25 Angel. So he's 25,000 feet, traveling near the speed of sound. That's a capable adversary aircraft. There's a lot of friendlies between me and him, and he is about 80 nautical miles from me right now. Weapons engagement range for the AMRAMs, about 25 nautical miles or in, depending on whether or not we're opening or closing. I'm going to continue to climb here till we're about 20,000 feet right now. You can see we're 9,770 feet barometric. And I'm mindful of my gas here. I haven't set my bingo yet, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and set bingo fuel to 2,500 pounds of fuel. What that'll do is whenever we hit 2,500 pounds, I'll get a tone. It'll remind me to go home before I crash. And if we look over here, we are just about overhead of that subject waypoint. If we can scale this guy in a little bit, there we go, gives you a better idea. You see this little circle here, that's the waypoint, that area that I wanted to kind of cover, and I'm going to kind of just be flying a lap just like that. Can't beat these freaking clouds in DCS, man. This is actually the first time, you know, these last couple hours as I've relearned this game, the first time I've played since the clouds update came out, and it is a game changer. Look at this. Look at this. It's just, it's magical, guys. I can't even, just, let's get outside the cockpit and check this out. I mean, it's just, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. All right, let's focus so we don't die. I do have this one bandit closing here. He's Angels 25 for 0.8 Mach. I'm gonna go ahead and lock this guy up. I don't know what this guy's all about. What are you? That's a friendly. Okay, we're not worried about him. We are worried about this guy.
Element 1-1, holding short 04.
Why can't I get you, bud?
Element 1-1 in Napa Tower, runway 4, clear for takeoff. Clear takeoff, element 1-1.
He's climbing.
Tower, letting 1-1, you're not set up.
Oh, he's maneuvering. So he just went from 20 up to 32,000 feet. He's still going 0.8 Mach. He's not losing speed while he does it. We should be able to lock him up. He's right at 40 nautical miles. There we go. We got a good lock. We'll probably lose him a little bit. Yeah, so that's him right there. Why am I showing 99 as a range? That doesn't make sense. I'm going to go ahead and actually give up this lock, I think. Looking for him.
The Baron 1-1, I don't see anyone at Krasnodar. I'm seeing as a hostile airfield. Oh, I just took off from there, so...
Alright, boys, we're about to get into it here pretty good. This guy's 27 nautical miles. He's got other dudes behind him. We're near weapons engagement range. I'm going to go ahead and throttle up. I'm also going to punch off these tanks.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Oh no. Guys, I just jettisoned missiles too. So I've got 2 AMRAMs and an AIM-9 left. Alright, that's going to have to do. We're at 20 nautical miles. We are getting a shoot queue. I see smoke in the air. I'm going to go ahead and get 1 AMRAM off the rails. It is on the way. Come on. He's got nails on me. Alright, we got a hit. I'm going to switch to AIM-9s here shortly. I don't want to waste my second AMRAM. That's an Su-25T. He's damaged. I got a good tone on my AIM-9X.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Here we go, boys. Splash one. Here we go, boys. All right, I'm going to turn off this guy. We know there was trailers with him, right? Throttle's back up. Nose is down. We got a missile inbound. Where is it? 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 Someone shot a missile at me. I don't know where it came from. That's right, you heard that crazy ass tone. I don't see him, boys. I don't see him. I'm in full burners. God, I wish I didn't waste that freaking AMRAM. So I'm down to 1 AMRAM. All right, I'm going to go ahead and retreat here since I don't have visual on whatever's chasing me.
Lighting 11 in Napa Tower, runway 22, clear for takeoff. Lighting runway 22, clear to takeoff.
9,000 pounds of fuel left. We're still doing okay on gas. Oh, man.
Climb 11 Nova Tower, runway 4, taxi via tank.
All right, I'm heading back towards our waypoint. I think we're okay for now. 1 AMRAM left. I cannot believe I did that.
Star 1-2, radio check.
Last calling station, pairs 1-1, good check.
1 Star 1-2, and last transmission, you're both with control.
I'm gonna climb up through this cloud layer, get my nose back on that original waypoint, start working back that direction, see if we can't score another kill, and then get the heck home. 2 missiles, still good to fight. 8,000 pounds of fuel.
Thank you.
24,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and engage my barometric altitude hold.
Climb 11 Nova Tower, runway 4, clear for
So we'll hold right at 24,000, 25,000 feet or so. I'm now once again nose on to the target area. Put it back in range while search so I can expand this out wider. Go for a 6-bar scan. 80 degrees. Re-engaging my barometric altitude hold at 2320. Scan this guy back in.
It's just practice.
Alright, so we're actually flying past that waypoint right now. We are not heading north-south. We are heading straight east towards the enemy, so we will make contact up here. The question is, will it be enemy or friendly first?
Everyone heavy, you play other flight sims? Not like officially. I just fuck around on Microsoft Flight Simulator.
This conversation's outstanding.
Okay, figured.
That might be a helicopter, 0.2 Mach, so he's going super slow, only 1,000 feet off the ground. And this guy, also 0.2 Mach, 1,000 feet off the ground. Up here, you got guys go near the speed of sound, co-altitude with me. But that is at like 60 nautical miles or so. And we're going to have to fly through a lot of red air to get there. When I say red air, I just mean there's ground defense systems between me and them that would complicate our engagement in a significant way. So what I'm going to do is come left hard. Do a full 360 degree turn, let them continue to close and move out of the threat rings of those SAMs that are on the ground back there. And then use that as my opportunity to engage. Alright, we're turning back into those guys now, still have them. These should be the ground attackers at about 40 nautical miles, but you've got other dudes closing. Yeah, that's a ground attacker. That's a ground attacker. That is a fighter. That is a fighter. He's at 16, so he's low. There you are. Come on. There you are. All right, 2 bandits versus me. There's 2 helicopters low, should be no factor. I'm going to go ahead and engage this guy's already getting me a shoot queue. We're closing. I don't want to burn my last AMRAM unless I know it's a high quality shot. He's locking me up. I'm going to give him something to think about. My AMRAM's away and tracking. My AIM-9 is tracking. Come on, give me a hit. That's an SU-25T, and he is damaged. I took a missile from somewhere. God dang it. He must have shot a heat-seeking missile that I was unable to detect at me. I should have been more cautious. Great balls of fire. Hell of a run. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little DCS World tour. Let me know what you think in the comments about this video. If you guys want to learn more about DCS World, check out the playlist. And if you want to get the gear that I use to play this game, check out the description below. Big thanks to Thrustmaster for hooking up with the HOTAS Warthog and the F-18 flight stick. I'm super happy with this gear. And this is a game that some of you guys might enjoy. It takes a lot to get into it, but once you figure out how it all works, it, in my opinion, is well worth the investment. I'm Controlled Pairs. This has been DCS World. I'll see you guys in the next one.